class AB and class D amplifier. So what is meant by class AB amplifier? So that is the class AB amplifier. The conduction angle of class AB amplifier is in between the 180 degrees and the 360 degrees. So the conduction angle of class AB amplifier is in between the class A and class B amplifier. We have seen that class A amplifiers conduction 100% of the time, class B amplifiers is 50% of the time. So the class C power amplifier are somewhere between the 0 and 50% of the time. The class AB amplifier, as its name suggests, that conduction somewhere in between the 50% and 100% of a cycle, depending upon the biasing levels we are selecting. So the conduction angle of class AB amplifier is what? In between the class A and class B amplifiers. The efficiency of the class AB amplifier is in between the class A and class B amplifier, and the linearity is also in between the class A and class B amplifier. So in case of the class AB amplifier, the bias current is positive when compared to negative. So the transistor, the power amplifiers, the class AB power amplifiers, they use the active device as a controlled current source. They use the active device as a switch. The power amplifiers, they use the active device as a controlled current source. The transistor dissipates no power and the efficiency must be 100%. In case of class AB amplifiers, so the efficiency is in between the A and B. So in case of the class D amplifiers, the efficiency is 100%. So as a result, its efficiency and linearity are intermediate between the class A and class B amplifiers. This compromise is frequently satisfactory as one may interfere from the popularity of this power amplifier. So how to calculate the efficiency? The efficiency and also the derivations as same like that of the class A and class B amplifiers in case of the class AB amplifier. So next I am going to explain about the class D amplifiers. So what is meant by class D amplifiers? Actually we are using the active device as a current control source in case of any power amplifiers. So in case class D amplifiers, the active device means MOSFET or transistor. Here we are in the MOSFET or transistor as a active switch, that is we are using here we are using this active device as a switch in case of the class D amplifiers. So the power amplifiers use the active device as a control current source. A switch ideally dissipates no power, for there is either zero voltage across it or zero current through it. Why we are using the why the class D amplifiers are using the active device as a switch means because there is no power dissipation ideally. So ఎప్పుడైతే పవర్ ఉండదో మనకు there is either zero voltage across it or zero current through it. So when there is zero current or zero voltage, the power is equal to the zero for the ideal class D amplifiers. So the efficiency of the class D amplifiers is 100%. One type of amplifier that exploits the observation is class D amplifiers. So in case of at first glance in figure, it looks like the same as a push-pull amplifier. So the circuit diagram of class D amplifiers you see here, it looks like a push-pull amplifier, push-pull class B amplifier. So in contrast with parallel tanks, we are typically seen a series RLC circuit. It is used in the output of this amplifier. So the class D amplifiers use the parallel RLC circuit in the output. There are two transformers are there in the class D amplifier, transformer T1 and the transformer T2. So the output filters switch mode amperes are the duals of the current mode amperes. Current mode amperes are the duals of the switch mode amperes. Output filters are also duals of each others. So what is the functioning of the class D amperes? How these transistors are working? So here the input connection guarantees that only one transistor is driven on at a given time. So మనకు two types of transistors ఉంటాయి. Class D ampere only ఒక్క transistor మాత్రమే ఆన్ అవుతుంది. The other transistor is in off condition with one transistor handling the positive half cycle and the other handling the negative half cycle. Two types of transistors ఉన్నాయి కదా. Two types of transistor లో ఒకటి వచ్చేసి పాజిటివ్ హాఫ్ సైకిల్ ని హ్యాండ్ చేస్తుంది. రెండో ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ వచ్చేసి నెగటివ్ హాఫ్ సైకిల్స్ ను హ్యాండ్ చేస్తుంది. The difference here is that the transistors are driven hard enough to make them act like a switches rather than as linear amperes. So here the two transistors ఉన్నాయి కదా. In case of the class D amperes ఉన్న two transistors switches గా వర్క్ చేస్తాయి, linear ampere గా వర్క్ చేయవు అన్నమాట. So because of the switching action, each primary terminal of the output transformer T2 is alternatively driven to ground, yielding a square wave voltage across the primary and secondary winding. So మనకు ఈ స్విచ్చింగ్ యాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ద ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ వల్ల ఏమైపోతుందంటే ప్రైమరీ టెర్మినల్ ఆఫ్ ద అవుట్పుట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మర్ ఉంటుంది కదా, ఈజ్ ఆల్టర్నేటివ్లీ డ్రైవెన్ టు గ్రౌండ్. సో ఏ స్క్వేర్ వేవ్ వోల్టేజ్ వీఆర్ గెట్టింగ్ ద అక్రాస్ ద ప్రైమరీ అండ్ secondary winding. So you can observe from the graphs of the class D amperes. So ela undi, it look like a square wave voltage. You can observe the, so there are two types of transistors. Input primary winding vachesi VDD, so VDD supply voltage, output voltage vachesi drain current. So you are getting the output as only one cycle of the sinusoidal signal. Input is, so that is VDD. The transformer current and the voltage levels are appear as waveforms. You can observe from the graphs. Because of the transistors act like switches, the theoretical efficiency of class D amperes is 100%. మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి, గ్రాఫ్ లో టూ ట్రాన్సిస్టర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఒక ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ కేమో VDD ఉంటుంది. సో దాని అవుట్పుట్ కరెంట్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది? సో ఓన్లీ హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ద సైనసాయిడల్ సిగ్నల్ ఉంటుంది. అదేవిధంగా ఇంకొక ట్రాన్సిస్టర్కి ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే ఇంకొక ట్రాన్సిస్టర్కి వచ్చేసి దట్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ ద స్క్వేర్ వేవ్ ఉంటుంది. సో దాని అవుట్పుట్ వోల్టేజ్ కూడా సో ID2. సో దాని అవుట్పుట్ వోల్టేజ్ ID2 ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ఏ sinusoidal wave. So T2 is the secondary voltage and current for ideal class D ampere. So the output voltage of class D amperes vachesi so look like a complete sine wave. That is the 100% efficiency. That indicates the 100% efficiency of the class D amperes. Okay na. The normalized power handling capability of this amperes is so 0.32. So normalized power handling capability is better than the class B push pull amperes and also better than the class A amperes. So of course the class D amperes cannot normally provide linear modulation. So the drawback of the class D ampere means they cannot provide the linear modulation. It provides potentially high efficiency. It does not stress the device very much. So they can provide the high efficiency. So and they does not stress the device very much. One practical problem with these power amperes is there is no such thing as perfect switch. So these are not a perfect switches anamata. Non-zero saturation voltage guarantees static dissipation in the switches. So there is a static dissipation in the switches when non-zero saturation voltage. While finite switching speeds implies that the switch VI product is non-zero during the transistor. Actually class D amperes they can provide the zero dissipation anamata. So because in practical ideal ga vachesi zero dissipation untundi, but practical cases ku vachesariki there is some losses. There is some losses in the transistors. MOSFET కానీ అండ్ MOSFET చేస్తాం అనమాట. క్లాస్ డి యాంప్లిఫైర్ను డిజైన్ చేస్తాం. మనం సెకండ్ ఇయర్లో వచ్చేసి మనము డిజైనింగ్ ఆఫ్ పవర్ యాంప్లిఫైర్స్ ఓన్లీ బీజేటీ చదివాము. ఇక్కడ మనకు 4-2లో ఆల్ ద యాంప్లిఫైర్స్ ఆర్ డిజైన్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ ద MOSFET అనమాట. హియర్ ద స్విచ్ మోడ్ ఆఫ్ పవర్ యాంప్లిఫైర్స్ ఈస్ వెల్ అట్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీస్ substantially below FT. So a serious reduction in efficiency can result in bipolar implementation if due to charge storage in saturation. One transistor fails to turn completely off because of the other turns on. Okay na? Sometimes we are using the bipolar junctions are using. So because of one ఒక ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ ఉంటుంది, ఒక ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ ఆన్లో ఉంటే ఇంకో ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ ఆఫ్లో ఉంటుంది, ఒక ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ ఆఫ్లో ఉంటే ఇంకో ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ ఆన్లో ఉంటుంది. సో పవర్ డిసిపేషన్ క్యాపబిలిటీ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి sometimes we are using this BJT transistors. So once again I can explain the what is meant by class. So what is meant by class AB amplifier and what is meant by class D amplifier. So few points about the class AB amplifier and class D amplifier. So once again listen, the class AB amplifier is the conduction angle is 180 degrees and 360 degrees. The efficiency of class AB amplifier is in between the class A and class B amplifier. The linearity also in between the class A and class B amplifier. So the bias current of class AB amplifier is positive. So the efficiency of class AB amplifier is in between the A and class B amplifiers. So when compare the class D amplifiers, so when we are coming to the class D amplifiers, so class D amplifiers, it uses the two transistors are there. These two transistors, one transistor is on and the other transistor is off. So they are working as switches. There is no power dissipation. So across the devices, across the transistor, zero current and zero voltage matter. That's why there is no power dissipation in case of the class D amplifiers. The normalized power of class D amplifiers is how much? 0.32. So class D amplifiers provide the 100% proficiency and 100% efficiency. So the class D amplifiers, the main drawback is they cannot provide the linear modulations. This is about the class AB and class D amplifiers.